Hello friends, today we will discuss the fundamental of machine learning. If you're talking about the definition of a machine learning is a branch of AI and computer science that focuses on the basis of our intelligence and making the machine intelligent. And if you're talking about what is the basic purpose of a machine learning, to use the data and algorithm to imitate the way that humans learn and gradually improving the accuracy of the system. Okay, so this is the first part that I want to tell you. The next thing, if you're talking about the major machine learning techniques, these are some machine learning techniques. The first one is regression, or you can say that estimations, which can be used for predicting the continuous values. Okay, the second thing is classification, which can be used for predicting the item class and the category of a case. The third part is clustering, which is basically used for finding the structure of a data, and it is used for summarization purpose too. Okay. The next thing is association. If you're talking about association, it is basically associating the frequent and co-occurring items and events. So these are the certain techniques which are associated with machine learning. The next part is anomaly detection. Okay, machine learning can also be used for finding the discovery with a reference to the abnormal and unusual cases. The second thing is it can be used for sequence mining, which can be predicting the next items, click stream, or which can include the hidden Markov model and Markov model fundamental. The next part is dimension reduction, okay, which is basically reducing the size of a data, which can be considered to be a principal component analysis. Okay, the next thing is recommendation system. Okay, it means recommending the items which can be used in a, if you are recommending any sort of a thing with a reference to the you can say Netflix recommending the set of movies or something like this, then you can use the recommendation system. Okay, and the next thing is Python libraries that are mostly used for the machine learning purpose. The first is pandas, the next is scikit-learn, numpy, scipy, and matplotlib. These are some libraries that are used for the machine learning purpose. Regarding the detail, you can refer my next videos. Okay, and the next thing that we will discuss is difference between AI, machine learning, and a deep learning. Okay, and the first thing that is associated with AI is AI component. Okay, and if you're talking about AI is making the machine intelligent, and the component part that can be associated with it is computer vision, language processing, or whatever you name them, you find them. Okay, the next thing is machine learning, which can be classification, it can be clustering, it can be neural network, and the revolution which is respect to the machine learning is the deep learning part. Okay, means you can say that artificial intelligence is a superset, and machine learning and the deep learning are a part of it. Okay, then if you're talking about the learning, there are two categories of learning. One is a supervised and another is unsupervised. If you're talking about a supervised learning, these are the two categories. One is a classification, and another is regression, which can be seen with the help of these two diagrams that classify the things, and that coordinates the data with a reference to the regression line that you have previously learned or previously known, that is y is equal to mx plus c. You separate the different line pattern. Okay, and the next is unsupervised learning, which is mostly used in today's scenario. Okay, and this is dimension reduction, it can be a density estimation, it can be a market basket analysis, it can be clustering. And basic difference between unsupervised and supervised is that it uses unlabeled data which is not labeled. Okay, and this model basically works on its own to discover the information. Okay, it learns from the experience. The next part is a clustering. If you are talking about a clustering, means it groups the data point or objects that are somehow similar by certain pattern. Okay, the first thing is discovering the structure that is associated with it, and the next thing is summarization, and the next can be anomaly detection. Okay, with the help of your requirement, you do the things. The next is basic difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. The first thing is it classifies the label data if you're talking about supervised learning. And if you're talking about the next part that is associated with supervised learning is regression, that predicts the trends using the previous labeled data, and it has more evaluation method rather than a unsupervised learning, and it always works in a controlled environment. Okay, and the next is unsupervised learning. It consists of a clustering which find the patterns and groupings from unlabeled data. The next is it has a fewer evaluation methods than supervised learning, and it works with a less controlled environment. Okay, so these are the certain things that I want to cover, and I have covered in today's piece. Okay, and the references that I have referred is cognitiveclass.ai, coursera.org. If you are finding any sort of a problem, then you can refer the further videos. Don't forget to like and share my channel. Thank you all.